Please welcome the CEO of Catholic Charities of Denver, Larry Smith.
Dr. Sweeting, Jeff, thank you very much for the invitation. It's humbling to be up here in the company of some of the people that are speaking and some of the amazing things that they've done. It's very interesting how many religious freedom cases have originated in Colorado recently. The Little Sisters of the Poor, who run the Mullen Home for Seniors, the Hercules Industry case, both of these centered around the Obama administration HHS mandate regarding birth control. That same issue forced Catholic Charities to change its entire healthcare plan and spend more than $500,000 a year to do so and protect our religious freedom to practice what we believe. Of course, the one that we're here today for, that of Jack and Masterpiece Cakeshop, I'd like to briefly discuss some of the social aspects of the case of living out and practicing our faith and the unalienable rights of freedom of religion. It's interesting how simple and yet how complex religious freedom can be. Simple in the sense that it is one of those unalienable rights embedded in the very First Amendment of the United States Constitution. And make no mistake, it is freedom of religion, not freedom from religion. And yet, it is complex in that it opens so many doors that can confuse and confound those of us trying to live out our faith in our daily lives. How do we love someone who professes to have no religion and claims that we violate their freedom of religion by simply having one? How do we live out our Christian faith while still showing love, mercy, and compassion of Jesus Christ for the people who are challenging us, hating us, screaming at us, smearing us, and accusing us of things we did not do? In the last, I've had the pleasure of being at Catholic Charities for about 4.5 years. And in that time, we've had close to $450,000 that have been grants or gifts that have come from someone, and they only asked us to change one little thing. One person asked us not to mention God when we prayed. True story. Just don't mention God. Okay, well, I said, I can't do that because they want us to say spirit. And I said, well, the only true spirit I know is the devil, and we're not going to talk about him. So we're going to have to mention God, who is both man and God, right? Another asked us if we would just change our name, that saint in that one name you have, we could just change it to, drop the saint name. It goes on. In each of these cases, we thanked them for their offer, and we said, keep your money. We're not going to be changing anything about what we're doing. And I'm happy to tell you that in each case, thanks to the power, the love, mercy, and compassion of Jesus Christ and living out our faith, every one of them gave us the money anyway. That's why I know Jack is going to persevere. I know that because he believes, and because God is all powerful, and all the money and all the decisions are his anyway, and in the end, we all know we win, Jack is going to win. I know the Newland family personally from Hercules, and I know the Little Sisters of the Poor. And the thing that I can tell you about them and their cases is that they live their lives with courage and conviction. They are prepared to witness their faith and the love of Jesus Christ no matter what the cost, because they know, as Archbishop Charles Chaput, formerly of Denver, now of Philadelphia, said, truth exists whether we like it or not. We don't get to create truth. And we find it, and we don't have the power to change it to our tastes. Truth simply exists, and that truth is Jesus Christ. So, I just met Jack for the first time. I've heard about him, I've read about him. I know people that know him and speak incredibly highly of him, and I'm very grateful for your courage. But what I have known, what I've seen is that he is truly living a life by his convictions. He is a true man of courage. Living out his faith, he has made a choice to confront agony, pain, danger, uncertainty, and intimidation from all walks of life. He is, as was the original apostles, he is the man who has chosen the better path, the path that we should all choose. And if we all had the courage to stand up and say no to the money if it asks us to give up an aspect of our religious freedom, no to a favor if we would just change this one little thing about how we pray, no to someone who is coming to us and asking us if we could just do this one little thing, even though we know it's against, just this one time. When we say no and we live up to that, then we are people of courage and God will bless us all. And then we're like Jack. And we have that opportunity to live our life and to be blessed by the love, mercy, and compassion of Jesus Christ. I also, when I see Jack, I don't see a man looking for limelight or hero status, just a man trying to be faithful to the teachings of Jesus Christ. Ironically, there is nothing more courageous or hero-like in our society today. You know, at Catholic Charities, we serve everybody. I literally have had people say, now, you guys just serve Catholics, right? It's like, well, I don't know, because I don't know of a Catholic card that I can, check to find out what their religious belief is. And you only hire Catholics. And I'm like, well, again, you got me there, because we don't ask if you're Catholic when we hire you. What we do is we ask you to live your life according to the teachings of Jesus Christ. And for those people that come to us, as the people that came to Jack, we ask them what they need. That's how we qualify them. We qualify them based on the need. And we meet them right where they are. We never condone or enable sin. We won't do things that violate the teachings or dogma or doctrine of our church and Jesus Christ. But we will love them. We will care for them. We will ask David when he comes in, how's your life? And we'll catch up, right? We never judge them. We try and help them. And in helping them, we introduce them to Jesus Christ. And then it's between them and God, right? Where that relationship goes. That's the best that we can offer. So when I see Jack and I see a man believing in his faith, I am overwhelmed at the courage that he has displayed. For some of us who believe in the tradition or the Christian definition of marriage, we can often find ourselves on the wrong side of a conversation. It's difficult to disagree with someone who is passionate about their beliefs, even if they're wrong. Unfortunately, the conversation around these topics has gotten increasingly vitriolic, antagonistic, and in many cases, vicious. People are painting those of us with knowledge of the truth and the courage to live it out as bigots, racists, homophobes, etc., etc., etc. But like Jack, we're called to love those people anyway. I love the way Jack handled the situation, explained to those two men why he could not make them a special ordered cake, and then offered to provide them other products and told them of other shops that could help them. I don't believe that Jack has ever been accused of yelling or screaming or calling those men names. He has simply stood up for his faith and conviction. He has said, I know the truth, and I'm not going to turn my back on the truth, which, by the way, includes treating his accusers with love, mercy, and kindness. And that, my friend, is why you are really an amazing human being. To stand up and witness the truth, the way and the light of Jesus Christ, no matter the cost, this takes courage. This is why I'm here today, to support a man of true courage who has risked his very livelihood to stand up for his faith. We try and do that every day at Catholic Charities. We try and help people because they are made in the image and likeness of God, and they are true brothers and sisters, children of God, and there but for the grace of God, go us all, right? We're that close from being homeless. We're that close from being addicted to this or to that, or to having had a relationship, and a child outside of wedlock that we're now trying to reconcile with. So when we think about all these various issues, and we think about how we can live our lives to support Jack, it's in loving your brothers and sisters, it's being compassionate, it's sharing our faith in a real, tangible way, and never backing down from someone who tells us that we can't believe in our faith, in our Jesus Christ, God the Father Almighty. Jack, thank you for everything you're doing. God bless you all.